Imagine this. You've been with someone for 6 years. You trust them completely. You just got married. And then, over dinner, they casually drop a bombshell. I have 2 kids. Kids you never knew existed. Would you stay or would you run? Today's story is about a 24-year-old female whose entire world shattered when his husband of 32 revealed a secret he'd been hiding for their entire relationship. A secret so big, it's now threatening to end their marriage before it even really began. Buckle up because this gets wild. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you're new here, we discuss real relationship dilemmas, toxic situations, and the tough choices people face in their personal lives. Today's story comes from a newlywed who's facing one of the most difficult decisions of his life. Our narrator, let's call him Alex, is 24 years old and just married the love of his life, a 32-year-old man he'd been dating for 6 years. Everything seemed perfect. They had built a life together, talked about their future, and finally tied the knot. But just weeks into their marriage, Alex's husband revealed something that changed everything. He has 2 sons, ages 10 and 8, from a previous relationship. Sons that Alex had absolutely no idea existed. Let me repeat that. 6 years of dating, marriage, and Alex never knew his husband had children. Now, Alex is staying at his parents' house. His husband is blowing up his phone, and Alex doesn't know whether to forgive this massive betrayal or walk away. Let's break down what happened. So here's how it all went down. Alex and his husband had been married for just a few weeks. Life was good. They were in that honeymoon phase where everything feels right. One evening, Alex cooked dinner. They sat down to eat and they were chatting about work and daily life. But then, Alex noticed something was off. His husband seemed distracted, nervous even. And suddenly, out of nowhere, he just blurted out, "I have 2 kids." Alex was stunned, completely blindsided. For 6 years, 6 whole years, his husband never once mentioned that he had children. And before Alex could even process what he just heard, his husband continued. He said he has 2 sons, Liam, who's 10, and Mike, who's 8. They're from a previous marriage that Alex didn't even know about. And now, his husband was hoping Alex would just accept them as his own. Alex panicked. He didn't know what to say, how to react. So he did the only thing that felt right in that moment. He ran. He left the house and went to stay with his parents. For 4 days, his husband tried calling him repeatedly, but Alex couldn't bring himself to answer. Finally, on the morning of the 5th day, his husband sent a message saying he'd give Alex time to process everything. But the damage was already done. Alex felt betrayed, confused, and completely lost. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but maybe there's a reasonable explanation for all this. Well, let's get into the details, because the update Alex posted makes this situation even messier. Just hours after posting his story online, Alex updated everyone with new information, and honestly, it's a lot to unpack. First, some background. Alex's husband comes from a very wealthy family, old money as they say. But here's the thing, his own parents don't even like him. They didn't even show up to his and Alex's wedding. That should have been a red flag right there, but Alex didn't know the full story at the time. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Some people pointed out the age gap. When Alex and his husband started dating, Alex was only 18, and his husband was 26. And yes, his husband was actually his teacher at the time. Now, whether that's appropriate or not is a whole separate conversation, but Alex defended the relationship, saying his husband was handsome and had a six-pack. Make of that what you will. But here's where it gets really messy. When Alex finally sat down and talked to his husband, who showed up at his parents' house after Alex's brother called him, the full truth came out. His husband admitted that he'd been married before. The marriage lasted 2 years, and he had 2 sons during that time. After the second child was born, he and his ex-wife divorced, and she got full custody of the kids. He was paying child support and seeing the kids occasionally, but he told Alex those visits were work emergencies or extra shifts. For 6 years, he lied about where he was going. And here's the kicker. His husband didn't think it was important to tell Alex about the kids because, in his mind, the children were living with their mother, and he wasn't planning to be more involved than those weekly visits and child support payments. He genuinely believed it didn't matter. But now things have changed. His ex-wife is getting remarried, and her new husband doesn't want the kids around. So suddenly, Alex's husband is being asked to take full custody. That's when he realized he couldn't hide this secret anymore. That's why he finally told Alex. So let me get this straight. This man hid 2 entire human beings from his husband for 6 years. He lied about his whereabouts for years. He never mentioned a previous marriage. And he only came clean when he was forced to because he's about to become a full-time parent. Yeah, that's a lot. Let's take a step back and talk about why this situation is so problematic. First and foremost, trust. Trust is the foundation of any relationship, especially a marriage. When you commit to spending your life with someone, you expect honesty, you expect transparency, and you definitely expect them to tell you if they have children. This isn't a small detail. This is life-changing information. Alex asked his husband point blank in the beginning of their relationship if he had kids. His husband lied. For 6 years, he continued that lie. Every time he left to see his sons, he made up a story about work. He built their entire relationship on deception. Second, the timeline. This man didn't tell Alex because he thought it didn't matter. He assumed the kids would just stay with their mom forever and he could keep living his double life. But the moment that arrangement changed, he panicked and dumped this information on Alex without warning or preparation. That's not fair. That's not how you treat someone you love. Third, the impact on Alex's future. Alex didn't sign up for instant fatherhood. He's 24 years old. If his husband gets full custody of these boys, Alex's entire life will change overnight. He'll suddenly be a stepfather to 2 kids he's never met. That's a massive responsibility, and it's something that should have been discussed openly from the very beginning. And fourth, the kids. Let's not forget about Liam and Mike. These are 2 young boys who are about to be uprooted from their home because their mother is remarrying. They're going to live with a father they barely know and a stepfather they've never met. This whole situation is unfair to them too. Now, some people might say, well, people make mistakes. Maybe Alex should give his husband another chance. And sure, people do make mistakes. But this isn't a small mistake. This is a calculated pattern of lying that lasted for 6 years. So what should Alex do now? In his update, Alex mentioned that he's dealing with legal issues and is considering getting an annulment. Honestly, I don't blame him. An annulment might be the cleanest way to end this marriage, especially since they've only been married for a few weeks and this level of deception could be grounds for annulment in many places. But before making any final decisions, here's what I think Alex should do. 1. Talk to the ex-wife. Alex mentioned he plans to do this, and I think it's a smart move. He needs to hear her side of the story. There might be more to this situation that his husband isn't telling him. 2. Seek legal advice. Alex's brother is a family lawyer, which is fortunate. He should absolutely explore his options legally, whether that's annulment, separation, or something else. 3. Take time for himself. This is a massive emotional blow. Alex needs space to process his feelings, figure out what he wants, and decide if this relationship is even salvageable. 4. Set boundaries. If, and this is a big if, Alex decides to try to work things out, his husband needs to understand that rebuilding trust will take time. There need to be clear, honest conversations about expectations, responsibilities, and the future. Personally, I think Alex should walk away. This isn't just about the kids. It's about the fundamental lack of honesty and respect. A marriage can't survive without trust, and this man has proven he's willing to lie for years to protect himself. So, what do you think? Should Alex give his husband another chance, or is this betrayal too big to forgive? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you've ever been in a situation where someone you loved kept a massive secret from you, I'd love to hear your story. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.